How's it going, everybody? As you can tell by the title, the Brewers made a blockbuster trade with the Orioles, sending their ace to Baltimore. And honestly, when I saw the news, I was shocked. When the offseason started, I thought for sure he was going to get traded, but then as time went by, a month, 2 months, I didn't think it was going to happen anymore. And then obviously, the Brewers signed Rhys Hoskins, and I'm like, well, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. But then last night, they shocked everybody. Um, the deal was Corbin Burnes to Baltimore for infielder Joey Ortiz and pitcher DL Hall, as well as the 34th pick of the 2024 draft. Um, Honestly, I think the package is pretty solid. Corbin Burnes is most likely going to be a rental for Baltimore. He'll be a free agent after the 2024 season. I think Joey Ortiz will be a good infield depth for us and potentially a starter. And then DL Hall projects mostly as a reliever, but maybe the Brewers would like to put him in the starting rotation, and I think that is a possibility. Um, Now, some people have been saying that Joey Ortiz coming back in this trade could be an indication that the Brewers might decide to trade Willie Adames now. That's certainly a possibility. I think that's probably unlikely, but I don't think it's completely unlikely. And I wouldn't be completely surprised about that after this trade. But with that trade now, the Brewers' rotation is pretty bad. We can go ahead and take a look at that right now. Currently, Fangraphs has Joey Ortiz starting at third base, so I'm not sure about that. I think it could be maybe Owen Miller or someone else. I mean, there's certainly a chance Joey Ortiz could be that guy, but um, you have Andrew Monasterio. You got potentially Tyler Black coming up from the minors. So there's multiple possibilities there. And then you look at the starting rotation. They have DL Hall there in the number 5, but he has had some control issues. So if the Brewers are able to help him out and fix that, I think he will be a good addition to the starting rotation. He's got a lot of potential. Um, I think he needs to add a pitch or two to his repertoire as well. But if the Brewers can develop him, I think he will be a very good addition to the starting rotation. So ultimately, I think the Brewers did do a pretty good job with this package. I think there's a lot of potential, and we'll have to see how it plays out. As for the Orioles, they have a lot of infield depth, a lot of good young players. I would have probably preferred Jordan Westburg in this package over Joey Ortiz, but I don't think they wanted to give up Jordan Westburg, so it is what it is. But I still think Joey Ortiz is going to be a good player for us. So, um, but yeah, Ortiz was blocked at shortstop between Jackson Holliday and Gunnar Henderson, so it made a lot of sense for them to trade him. And then DL Hall, I don't know if he would have been a starter for them or not, but obviously Corbin Burnes is a huge upgrade there. So I think they're happy with the package either way. And then let's go look at baseball trade values here. As you can see, uh, Corbin Burnes 33.3 million value, and then DL Hall and Joey Ortiz combined for 32.5. So if I click validate trade here, it is accepted. Fair trade. Um, yeah, I mean, these values are very accurate. Um, with multiple other trades, they have shown to be accurate. So, um, they're not perfect, but they're pretty accurate. And I think that people are just coming out and saying that the Orioles fleeced the Brewers, which maybe on paper it looks like that, but I do think the Brewers did a pretty good job. And also, not in this trade, the Brewers obviously got that draft pick as well. So you add that in there, and it's probably more than that 32.5 value. So I think it's a pretty good deal both ways. The Orioles get their starter, the Brewers get some young players for the future. Um, yeah, I think it's a win-win trade. We'll have to wait till the actual season to see if it is a win-win trade, and there could be some moves between now and then. But as of now, I think it's a pretty good trade for both teams. One other thing I wanted to look at quickly is some trade packages for Willy Adames if the Brewers do decide to go that route and trade him. Um, I personally don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but if it is, here are some trade packages from Bleacher Report. This one is in my opinion. We don't need outfield prospects, which is the center of this deal. The two pitchers would be good, but ultimately, I think infield and pitching is what we would want in a return for Willy Adames. So with Miami here, this is a good package. I really like this one. Xavier Edwards, Sixto Sanchez, and Troy Johnston. Sixto Sanchez would be the main part of this deal, and I would really like this, honestly. Sixto Sanchez would fit well in the rotation. Um, yeah, this is a perfect return, in my opinion. You get a good shortstop, some corner infield depth with Troy Johnston at first base, and then Sixto Sanchez to add to your rotation as a Corbin Burnes replacement. Then you got the Giants here. Um, this one is okay. I would prefer not to get Joey Bart in this deal. We don't really need catchers. Casey Schmidt would be good. Eric Miller would be good, but in my opinion, I would rather have someone else in place of Joey Bart. Um, then this one was a little bit weird. Bleacher Report had him going back to Tampa. I don't see this one happening. The deal itself is not terrible. The prospect with Basabe, honestly, I'm not sure how you say his name. Either way, he's a good player. I would be okay with him. I would be okay with this deal, but I don't see him going back to Tampa. I just think that's kind of unrealistic. So then you got some trade packages for Devin Williams. I'll go over those real quick. This one I think is probably even more unlikely than a Willy Adames trade. These ones are some solid packages as well to the Dodgers here with Nick Frasso and Kyle Hurt. I would really like that package for Devin Williams, but again, I don't think he gets traded. Um, Obviously, I could be proved wrong within the next couple weeks, but I don't see that happening. You got another good package here with the Yankees with Will Warren, Tyler Hardman, and Justin Lange. And I think this is a good package as well. You get a good pitcher in Will Warren, some third base depth with Tyler Hardman. Um, but yeah, once again, with some of these trades, I just don't see happening. Yeah, that one with the Phillies there, and then you got one with the Rangers. This one, I actually really liked this deal with the Rangers. Justin Foscue, Owen White, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce his first name, but Ortiz. I really like Justin Foscue. He'd be a very good second baseman for us. You move Terang to short. Um, then you got Owen White, who would be a good pitcher for us as well. So I think that one is the best proposal for Devin Williams with the Rangers here, and then I like the Miami one for Willy Adames. So ultimately, I think this trade for Corbin Burnes here could set some things into motion with some other guys on the roster, like Willy Adames and Devin Williams. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with those two guys. I'll make a video if they happen to get traded. But yeah, I really like this trade for both sides. All right, well, that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And subscribe if you'd like to see some more Brewers content, whether it be the next couple weeks of the off season or spring training going into the regular season. I'll be making some more videos soon. And yeah, until next time, go Brewers.